studio today?
Oh, my goodness. Today, my friend, I have the pleasure of introducing her. She is the owner of Owning the Stage Comedy Coaching, the owner of Fearless Conference and Workshops. Mm-hmm. She is a comedian, a life coach, and she is absolutely dynamic. She's performed as a stand-up comic on a national and international level for over 20 years in clubs such as Flappers, Comedy Union, all across California. Anthony Brown's J-Spot. She's been everywhere. She's done it all. She is pretty much a household name. Yeah. And I am just excited about her being here today to share with us what she's doing and how to press through and fearlessly be who we've been called to be.
I'm loving
Mrs.
this.
Angel Gaines.
Hey. Welcome to the Business Zone, Miss Gaines.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes. And yes, Jesus does love you.
He does.
I heard it. He's working on his love. Thank God.
So you've been tearing up the stage all over the place,
You know what? I love introductions because you just sit there and go, yes, gas me up,
gas me up.
Is that what I've been doing? But yes, it is my honor and joy to just be living my dream and doing what I've been called to do, which is to bring laughter and healing to various audiences, and I'm just excited to be here at the Business Zone.
Good. That's
getting
what
all
I'm
this meaty information that you're giving out. I thought this was the class. I was like, okay, I think I need to pay him $2.99.
That's what I'm talking about. So when did you get started into comedy? When did you know that you had this comedy talent in you?
I think as a child, because I was so behavioral in school, teachers kind of knew. They were like, okay, we'll give you 5 minutes at the end of the day if you just sit down, right? So I knew as a child that I enjoyed entertaining and that I was funny, but I actually stepped into comedy because I was afraid of singing.
Oh, really?
Right.
Wow.
I wanted to sing at a talent show, and I got scared, and I said, just introduce me as a comedian. Oh. And I had no act, and I didn't, have anything prepared, but I just expected them to boo me. Because in the early 90s, they would boo you, if they didn't know who you were. And unfortunately, the host was like, hey, guys, let's give her a chance. There's no booing. And I'm on the side like, no, I need them to boo me. And it was the longest 6 seconds of my life.
Really?
I went out there to start speaking, and they were just silent, and it was like silence was just stabbing me.
But you wanted them to boo you.
I wanted them to boo me so I can go, oh, I'm sorry, okay, next time, because I was trying to back out.
Hilarious.
Right, but God had another plan. It was like, no, I'm gonna birth your comedy career. So, and from that moment, it's just something in me that was like, you need to survive, you need to think quick, think of something, relate to this audience, and then there you have it.
So it started coming out.
It started coming out.
But let me say this. Not only is she a comedian, she's a clean comedian.
I am a clean
And that's when I believe you have talent.
Yeah.
There's some people that flip back and forth. I think it's easy to make somebody laugh when the cuss jokes and all that kind of stuff. And the topic, if it's kind of, a gray area, you can get a laugh.
Yeah.
But when you're up there and you clean, and ain't no cuss words helping you make a punch,
right.
you have to be funny.
That's
and
true.
this young lady is funny.
That's when you know.
I recommend her to anybody.
That's when you know you got your craft all, set up the right way. Mm-hmm. So if someone were to call on you on the spot and say, hey, come on stage, here's a microphone, let's see what you got. Could you do that?
And then what I would do then is say, here's my contract. How much time you want? How you going to pay for this?
I love this.
Business too now.
How you going to pay for this? Those days are over.
So interesting. I think I heard her briefly talk about one time. I can't remember what setting was it. You might have just been talking directly to me.
Okay.
When you got to stop doing stuff for free. And you got to set your parameters.
Yeah.
And you got to let people know that that's when they're going to take your business seriously.
Yes.
I used to offer free classes to every now and then I would say, come and try a class for free.
Yeah.
No. You come and try one class, it's $40.
Yeah.
If you're in my group setting, $40.
Yeah.
And stare them in the face like you're serious.
Yeah.
They'll pay $40 for you.
Yeah.
Because they'll pay one day to spend somewhere else.
I hear that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and see, when you offer your services for free, it should be tied into your marketing plan. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't just be, I'm free because I'm just too lazy to price it. It should be, I'm offering this service for free so that I can do a lead-in to offer you something else that you're going to pay for.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So when I do things for free, basically it will be for charity.
Yeah.
Or my philosophy is if no one's getting paid, okay, I'm fine.
Oh.
But if you're getting paid, I'm getting paid.
So what are some of the topics you cover in your routine?
Oh, I talk about everything.
Family.
I'm a teacher. I'm an educator.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I've been teaching in Los Angeles for almost 18 years.
Excellent.
Elementary school. So I talk a lot about that, parenting, and I'm not a parent, but dealing with parents.
Yes.
And I also talk about dating,
relationship,
and, my business, and coaching.
Yeah.
And just current events, anything that is relevant and interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything on YouTube?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
She's been doing this thing 20 years.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go check that out.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So when you go to perform, then they videotape you and put it on YouTube?
No, sometimes, if you're doing a performance for a YouTube show that I've done before, then they'll do that. They'll do all their own editing and you just give them the release. But when I tape shows and I have the, autonomy to edit it and put it together and then put it on YouTube.
So no more than like 2 minutes then, because that's going to be a marketing thing for you, right?
Yeah, some of them a little longer, but definitely not an entire 30-minute set.
Okay, because then they'll be getting a lot of your material.
Right.
I see Tiffany Haddish on YouTube, and she's pretty much giving her whole routine on there.
There's sometimes some people can't do it the way you do it.
Yeah.
So it's okay. They can't be an angel or be an angel. I watched the whole 30 minutes of her show.
Yeah.
And I said, my goodness, I couldn't tell those jokes, though. It's too much of her life in there.
Yeah.
It's so much of that girl's life, her as an orphanage and all that.
Yeah.
We can't tell them jokes.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But y'all tell my jokes. I can give y'all my jokes. My jokes are simple. Y'all take them.
Dawn is really funny. I don't know what her whole
I know she is. She cracks me up all the time.
She is just a character.
Yeah,
and I think that she thinks it's more than just being herself, and it really isn't.
Yeah,
and
it's just her
she
being
got
her.
That, yes, Jesus loves me. That's the opener, and she can just fly off with the rest.
What's interesting is, so when you watch the YouTube, the Instagram thing I did, to hear my family say, it's just been there the whole time, and people are like, we knew you had this in you. You just not figuring it out. And you used to do this. This one girl said, "Dawn, please open the studio. I promise you, we'll stand there and give you 15 minutes because we enjoy watching. We miss all that. Too funny, too funny." So anyway, after this weekend, this Fearless conference, this workshop she's giving, I'm be going forth in all of my gifts.
So tell me about the workshop.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. It's tomorrow. It's every year. Well, several times a year I do a Fearless and then fill in the blank. So this time it's Fearless Procrastination Boot Camp. Because I find that in a lot of my clients and a lot of people who attended conferences, it was like half and half. One half will be like, "Oh, Angel, this is amazing. I'm doing what I need to do. My business is flourishing. Everything's great." And then I have this other half that's like, I'm about to. And I'm like, what is this about? Yeah. I'm about to. This whole
Why
hesitation.
don't you just do it?
Yes. And I find that procrastination is a type of fear.
Yeah.
It's a type of fear that is an action. It gives you the satisfaction of doing something, but you're actually doing nothing.
Right.
Because you'll spend your time literally thinking about what you're about to do. So I wanted to focus on and have all the participants come with all of their goals written down. If they have a vision board, bring that vision board. And literally we're going to break down for the remainder of 2018 how you're going to conquer these things, and then give accountability points on your calendar. And a lot of times when people are procrastinating, it's not written down. And that's why it's easy to just I'm gonna be, because you're just constantly filling the space in your head with what you're about to do. So that's what the boot camp is about. And the reason why it's boot camp, because there's no accommodations. We're not eating chicken dinners. We're not sitting in air conditioning. We are in boot camp. We are coming to work. Bring your laptop, bring your calendar, bring your vision board, bring your ideas.
Do they get a break?
You know what? I teach them to take your own break.
So it's a working break.
Take your own break. Take your own break. And I think as entrepreneurs, as visionaries, as just people with dreams, you have to learn how to focus on you. What do you need? Don't wait on everybody to tell you, okay, we're all going to break together. No, you break when you need to. When your bladder calls, you go answer. And then you jump back in.
I like that.
Yeah. No,
that's boot camp.
Yeah.
That's boot camp.
Bring your own bottle of water. Bring your own snacks.
Yeah.
You know, come to get involved in your life.
That's right. And then you challenge them.
Most people are coming to these events to talk and have fun and say, I went to this, I went to that, but they're not coming to really do the work.
Right.
So she's saying, bring your work with you. You know what you need to work on.
Because we're going to make you do this.
We're going to work on it right here in the class. 4 hours intense. What's your goal? What's your dream? What's your plan?
So you got to walk out of here with something.
Right.
And I put together a wonderful panel of support, of inspiration and direction. We have our beautiful Dawn, who's going to be there to guide us with nutrition and getting any health goals that we have. And people don't really understand that when you're doing it all yourself, you have to have that balance of having a healthy lifestyle and understanding that it's just not about your 30-minute regimen at the gym or walking or what have you, but it's also about sleep. It's about nutrition. It's about water. It's about going to the restroom. Right. You know, we tend to take for granted our health until it just all starts crumbling. Right. And I'm also realizing that when your business starts to grow and you're traveling, there's a whole nother ball game of self-care that needs to go, you know, when you're in hotel rooms and you're around snack bars all the time and you're around fast food and so it's like a game plan and a mindset that you need to have just so that you can have the energy to feed into what you're doing.
Right. So you said you're a teacher, an educator?
I'm an educator, yes.
Right. So tell me about that side.
Oh, yes. I have a degree in child and family development and I have a credential in special education.
Masters?
Well, I went and got a credential, honey. The master's only paid $500. I was like, let me go ahead and get this. I was like, let me get this credential. So went through the credential program twice. Once with Los Angeles Unified School District and then my general ed with National University. And I tell you, it's such a rewarding experience to work with students with special needs and kids of all ages, you know, from kinder to fifth grade. And it's rewarding in the sense that it's a part of my DNA to be nurturing and to also always see them as this is my future. Right. You know, these are the people who will be assisting me in assisted living and, you know, driving in traffic with me. So I got to make sure that these minds are, you know, watered and nurtured well. So, teaching, and then I branched off from that to life coaching, you know, just because then I started realizing that there's so many adults who didn't get that foundation. Right. And so now I'm able to really take the curriculums that I've developed over here and really, you know, kind of fortify adults for some of the things that we miss. Because in business, we don't really realize how many tools we need personally in our personal development to do this day after day. Rejection can lead to depression, can lead to suicidal thoughts, can lead to not able to be in relationships, marital problems, divorce, just from rejection. Just because, you know, when you go in, you didn't know that, like you were saying with those calls, you got to have 40 calls, but you got to get rejected 30 times to get the 10.
And the interesting thing is that's happening at every stage of the game. Not just when you get started. It's happening to actors and professionals that are making money. Something's happening.
You have to have that personal development. And then I learned, too, that people aren't used to working relationships and learning how to share. You know, we want to do mine, but, you know, in entrepreneurship, you're going to learn that there has to be a balance of, yes, this is your business, but you're going to have to branch out and network and participate in other people's events. And
if you want to grow and develop, if you want your business to just be your business and you want to be some kind of national business or if you want to be bigger than just at home, you have to incorporate the efforts of other folks. You got to get to know some people, you got to network.
And then also understanding what failure really is. You know, in order for your business to grow, it has to break down. And people don't understand that. They think, oh, I'm doing something wrong. It's like, no, your business business is growing. If you're selling hamburgers and you run out of hamburgers, that's a great thing. You know, they think, oh, I failed because I didn't have enough.
Yeah, I didn't have enough.
My space is too small. No, you're growing.
Those are good things.
Right. And when you all mention business plans, I actually encourage my clients to visit their business plans as their business is failing or growing.
Right.
Because it's either that you're too far in the future or you're too far back in the past.
Right.
So once you are generating income, it's time to change that business plan. Once you are losing, you know,
time to change.
Yeah, it's time to change. So always stay fluid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good to know. And one of the things that we talk about on this show, the Business Zone, and also in our workshops, is that as an entrepreneur, you're going to hear no 99% of the time.
Yes.
You're going to hear no. You know, you're going to hear no from your customers. You're going to hear no from your family.
Right.
You're going to hear no from contract providers, from your competitors, from investors, lenders. Right. Everyone is going to say no. So you as an entrepreneur got to create that yes. You got. That's why you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You're not working for someone. You're creating opportunities. So many of them, like you say, they're afraid of that, so they kind of recoil. But they should use those no's as motivation.
Absolutely.
To get the yes.
I can remember being excited about an idea, and I can remember having 100 people be as excited with me, and the one person that wasn't ate at my soul.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I was so worried about the one person that didn't see it. It was ridiculous. To the point where it stunned me. It put, because that was the one person that any other time, this particular idea, they weren't on. I knew that they, I can't wait till she sees it. And then she saw it and never, and I said, did you see it? What'd you think? And they were like, and this was when I first started being a trainer. I started putting up my website and all that. Wasn't impressed about nothing.
And that's what you keep focusing on.
Told me it wasn't going to last. And I almost didn't take an opportunity because of a few people that was like, oh, why would they call you? Oh, why are they doing this? I said, well, tough skin, you talk to me.
And you know what I say to that? If you spot it, you got it. That means that you have to check yourself and understand that what's resonating with you is the negative. So subconsciously you're looking for the negative. And that's how come you saw the one versus the 99 that was like, woohoo, you know. And a lot of times we have to, as business owners in our personal development, realize that there's negative self-talk that's going to happen, you know, and there are the naysayers that you're going to feel like you want to prove them right. But what I do is I always just focus on service. If you focus on service, then you can't go wrong. You know, who am I serving today? As entrepreneurs, we created an idea because we saw that there was a need and they needed us to do something else. But the moment that we're doing it in the limelight of being impressive or trying to garner the ego, it always crash and burn.
See, I often call that the shepherd with the 99 sheep plus one. Because that shepherd, he can have 100 sheep. And 99 of them are going down the path that he wants them to go. And that one sheep that goes astray, he's going to stop that 99 and say, hey, I'll be right back. And they go after that one, try to get them back in the fold.
And that's okay if you God. Because that's what he does.
Exactly.
He doesn't want any of his children to perish, but we're not God. And we're dealing with our own lives. Have you ever been booed?
Absolutely.
How'd you do that?
It was horrible. But you know, the great part about being a comedian is that you get into a comedy family, and they will, you know, pat your back and be like, "It's okay. It comes with it," you know. And once you realize, like, oh, this is part of the journey, then it becomes like, oh, they didn't boo me; they booed the material. So let me work on the material. But initially, it's they booed me. They don't like me personally, and so it's that tough skin that you have to develop in show business, especially. Because there will be people whose intentions are to come to heckle you.
And that's just like a business idea. You think you're gung-ho about it. And you put it out there and it doesn't work. It's not well received. They boo it.
And then
they say no.
And then some of those people that boo you, your business idea, it's probably your competitors.
And instead of folding, saying, we'll fold, it ain't working. Right? We need to put out another idea. Go back to write another idea.
The first time you've been booed on stage, about how many people were in the audience?
Oh my goodness!
They
the first time. The first time. Remember the first time I got? They eventually booed me.
Yeah.
That was
that one.
So that was like 200 people.
Oh, wow.
And then the next time, I have to honestly say I haven't gotten the loud boos like the tomato, but I get the like murmur, and we're talking, and it's like, so anyway, girl, what are you doing tomorrow? While you performing. So I couldn't even count how many times, because for every great show, you're going to have like at least 10 not so great shows.
But that feeling when they laugh.
Yeah.
So like every great entrepreneur, you develop a strategy to counteract that boo. So what was your strategy? What do you do?
Work on the material.
Oh, that's it? See, my strategy would have been to deflect. I would have deflected, in order to get that attention off me. I come up with something that's really pertinent to them and start talking about it.
And in comedy, unfortunately, you're in a time capsule.
Yeah.
It's running out.
You're right there.
And
especially when that red light comes on. Right?
Yeah. And with comedy, it's about laughs per minute.
Yeah.
So if you're only getting one laugh per minute, it seems so long, and it's hard to keep a rhythm, and it's hard to keep their attention. Yeah. So, but one of my secrets, I have to tell y'all, one of my secrets is I go to classes.
Oh.
I don't care how great my resume is.
Yeah, that's good.
I enroll in classes.
Right.
That's good.
I go to, there's a comedy class that I've gone to 4 times. David Arnold's The Art of Stand-Up Comedy. I've gone to that 4 times because it's always great to have a coach in your life to keep you fresh, to challenge you, to keep you motivated, and to always, see you at a higher level. Right. And a lot of times people get very stagnant because they feel like, I've made it this far. Yeah. It's like it's a lot more you can do if you have the right people who can pull that out of you.
And any business, it's important to have that business coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, when I go to some comedy shows, I've been to comedy shows before where I sit in the front. Worst place to sit. Because most of the comedians, they start picking on you. Oh, I don't want them picking on me. So then I start sitting in the middle. So what is it that makes a comedian pick on someone? Is it just to deflect so people don't try to boo them? Or
well, since you want to know some of the puppet strings, that's just basically called crowd work. It's their way of connecting with the faces that you can see. Because on stage, there's a lot of lights.
Right.
So it's only a few
in the
faces,
front.
that you can actually see. So once they see something, and some comics, they make that their material. Yeah. Like, I'm going to pick on the person, and improv off of whomever's in the front row. Right. Yeah, for me, I don't usually talk to people in the audience because I can't control the timing and the rhythm. I like to kind of use my material more so than I do improv. Right. Yeah. But for some comedians, that's their thing. D.L. Hewley, he was big in the 90s. He used to just walk the audience for 45 minutes and have you in stitches.
Yeah. Do you think that's a different skill? That's a special skill to be able to do that?
It is. It's improv, and it's quick thinking and being, very witty to quickly assess someone and come up with something.
Is that something you have to practice at the same time? You think that's practice, learned? Or what?
For some, you know what? In every aspect of anything, you can learn it. A lot of people think, you got to be born with it. You can learn anything. If you really want to learn it.
And there's some people who are born with it. You see that extra spark or that extra so-called anointing. And there are folks that we got to practice a little more. And we get there. We may not have that but we got it.
And the thing is, when you see the show, you don't see the preparation. So he could very well have been practicing. He could have very well have been pretending to see different people. And there's different types of what do you call it? Like little exercises that you can do to strengthen that muscle. You know
who's like that too? Ari Spears.
Yes, he is.
He's like that too. I've been to the Laugh Factory before, and he just get in that row and start picking. So who are you? What's your name? Why are you here today? And start picking on that person. I've been to shows before where they're going. I think it was in Vegas. I was, and the dude on stage, he said, "Damn, there's only one black dude in here. What are you doing in here? What's your name?" Gilbert. Oh, shit. Gilbert. I've never heard of a black man ever give the name Gilbert.
And I'm sure you gave him a whole 7 minutes of material.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And he just kept going and going.
Oh, wow.
So after that, when I go to shows and they say, what's your name? I just say Robert or Clive.
Well, just go on and say Tyrone.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one.
Hilarious.
Oh, man, unbelievable. And they just take it and run. Even if it's good, they find something about it to pick on.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, what was that all about?
Well, I can tell you, as a comedian now in 2018, what's really interesting, the climate has changed where, if you notice, comics are like really being liable for everything they say.
Oh.
There's no more, oh, you're just kidding, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how so many people look to comics for social commentary and for their point of view on things. You know, have you all, I know I'm the guest, but I'm just wondering, have you all seen anything in the media lately around comedians that you thought, well, wow, is that fair? You know, like,
well, I remember back many years ago, that tall guy from Seinfeld, the one that Kramer.
Yep.
And he was talking that's the stuff, the racial stuff. Yeah. So I remember, they held him accountable for that. You know, I mean, and usually comedians, they don't hold them accountable, just let them do their thing. But they held him accountable.
Right.
So I think it started from that point forward. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Business Zone with
Don Strozier and
Gilbert Buchanan and our special guest, Miss Angel Gaines.
Yes.
And we're getting a lesson here on how to be a comedian and how to manage a stage as an entrepreneurial comedian. So we're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to come right back. So you're on the Business Zone. We're still waiting for your calls at 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. Give us a call. We'll give you a free copy of Small Biz Pro. And also, you may speak with our guest, Ms. Angie Gaines. So give us a call. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in